and QQ. The all-new 2019 Ford Ranger has been developed and tested to the demanding standards of built Ford Tough. This double cabin pickup is the ultimate construction and fieldwork pickup vehicle. It has 4 cylinders, air conditioning, 6-speed gearbox, 2.2-litre diesel engine, reinforced shock absorbers, and comes in manual or automatic and has a ground clearance of 235 millimeters. Great Wall Motors Wingo 5 double cabin pickup is the result of great achievement and development by Great Wall. The new Wingo 5 has leather seats, reverse sensors, 4 cylinders, CD player, MP3 port, centralized air conditioning, and a 2.8-litre engine. The new Chery Tiggo 7 is the latest addition to the Chery lineup. The all-new compact SUV boasts dynamic style and comfort coupled with best-in-class safety and technical features. The sporty Tiggo 7 comes fully loaded with sunroof, Bluetooth connectivity, 360-degree angle cameras, reverse camera screen, reverse sensors, 6-speed automatic gearbox, and only 4 cylinders petrol engine. The 2019 Chery Motors QQ is one.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this morning's summer proceedings. But before we get started, after prayer, some from our religious leaders, please. Imam Yalo, please. Have the floor.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين إهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا باطلا باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه واغفرنا غم الدنيا والآخرة وارزقنا شهادتهما وتوفنا على كمال الإيمان وعلى محبة واتباع الشريعة سيد أدنان محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Shukran, Imam Yalo. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Lord God of mercy, of grace and of compassion, of love and forgiveness, and of reconciliation, we continue to ask that you look kindly upon us and this nation, the Gambia, as we sit in the TRRC to bring about the truth. We pray that all who come and testify here will be bold enough to speak the truth, and that you will grant the commission to be able to discern between truth and falsehood. We pray that all will willingly and freely testify to the facts of the matter that happened here many years ago. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, my Bishop, for that. Council, are we ready with this morning's witness? If we are, please proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, commissioners, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. We are ready. The witness is waiting. Ms. Horeja Balagay would be leading this witness this morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, commissioners. Can I ask that the witness be brought in? Thank you.
I, Demba Toure,
Akwate Demba Toure,
Conte Demba Toure,
do swear that
Akabe Kalila,
Mben Kalida,
I'll speak the truth,
Mbeto Nyale Fola,
Beto Nyale Fola,
the whole truth,
Tonya Damang,
Tonya Damang,
and nothing but the truth.
Alunde Fem Fola, Memmanke Tonya.
Defem Fola Memmanke Tonya.
So help me God.
Oto Alama Ale Indema.
So Alama Ala Indema.
Good morning, Mr. Toure. Welcome to the TRRC.
Kansul ko isoma Mr. Toure mbe bisimlandila TRRC jang.
Okay.
First of all, thank you very much for coming on such short notice.
Ako follow inumbara bake isonta purkana na kanindir sutungo kan ke bonda kalama.
Okay.
Please feel comfortable. I will ask you some questions about the ordeal that you encountered.
Ako isisi ye ifang handi ye tenkung akabe nyininkaro lela meni yalon ko wala keta ila batati idunta menkono.
But before we begin, I would like to inform you of a few housekeeping rules.
Ako jan nimba damuta la abe lafila purka sartol dolu foye menu be larin jang.
Okay.
As you already know, there is interpretation into the Mandinka language as well as other local languages.
Ako koya lo nyamin kanna soro be ke kanne Mandinka kamoto anin kandol to.
Okay.
Therefore, you and I will both have to speak very slowly.
Ako woto atelu mofulo itenate albebe dia mulale do man.
And we should avoid overlapping speech.
Andung alisa kata alla dia mulu kana sele nyokang.
Therefore, when I finish speaking, please allow a few seconds before you start speaking, and I will do the same.
Ako woto isikari silo diala nate diamo bang isi sekondantambula janite be diamula adu ate fanambe akela wole nyama.
So we met yesterday, so you already know that my name is Horeja Balagay.
Ako kunung alibentale yalo ne fuka pare ko atomu Horeja Balagay leti.
Ali.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So today we will briefly address your biographical information so that the commissioners will know who you are.
Ako bitumbimbe ila itefangu mujumaleti ikumokibaro mbe folola wale la pour commissioner lu salon itelo mujumati.
Yes, abetata. Ntelam Demba Toure.
Yes, that's good. I am Demba Toure.
I will tell you the other topics that we'll address before we continue with your biographical information.
Akaba folene allaka chabe futala damen nuto bitung janning itebe ifango kibaro fola molia.
We will also discuss your involvement in politics and the 1996 presidential campaign.
Ako mbe kachala politiko Kenya la aning 1996 politiko ketanyam President Karte Fayo Nyindo.
Yes.
And then we will focus mostly on the 1996 Denton Bridge incident, as well as its impact on you and others who were involved.
Akon na diamo be futalale 1996 ko men kata Denton Bridge walem saro saloti. Andung anata ko men sabu itema alla kachabe je malale.
Yes.
So you've already told us that your name is Demba Toure. I also note that you were born on the 21st September 1966 in Yona village, is that correct?
Yes.
And I understand that you understand some English, but please allow the interpretation to conclude before you start answering my questions.
Akaya lonko ye angale kango do fahamle barbitu isikari silo diala naya la nyinin karo damuta hanufo naya kango jindi wotumo isikar na jabi.
Yes.
What is your profession?
Akoila balura mecho mumuneti.
Ntanga mecho men karang si kombo ja wala mtunkanti sanida doko anin kod foro anjun
He is a blacksmith by trade. That's what he learned, and that's what he is living by.
Where do you currently live?
Ako saying ibe siri mintole.
Sain tembe siri mbolonkono na sata oto Yona.
I'm now staying in my home village at Yona in the provinces.
And is that in the central river region? Is that correct?
Akwaya fahamu jemu janjambure bankole ti bang folembang.
Ha, CRR.
Yes, in the CRR.
Thank you very much.
Kwenumbara.
Can you tell us where you were living after the July 1994 coup d'etat?
Akwa fonyeng ibe siri numintole bring July 1994 coup d'etat botala.
Mbe siri in Talinding, Churchillstown.
I was resident in Talinding, Churchillstown.
At that time, the Jawara regime had been toppled, and a new military regime had been installed. Do you recall that?
Ako tembo ya tarale Jawara la mansa kunda boyindi between sojar mansa kunda kuto lebe siring. Ako foy hakilo bulata wala lebag.
Hakilo bulata wala because I interajan.
Yes, I can recall that because that time met me here.
When that new government came into power, did you support that regime?
Ako biru sojar mansa kunda kuto sita fo ye ikafute malebang.
Ha, ilas.
Yes.
Ilasi kuto kafute male ila kumakanka imeitandi.
When they initially took power, I joined them based on the statements that they made.
Can you tell us what were some of those statements?
Ako foi sa fo no ntelu yenna bang yo kumakangulu menu dolu fo meye sonde kakafuima.
Itirenyine kibaro diko banko men imman same saitano to so ala aman divormane ko banko kan telbe o katalale ye banko falindi ay betea.
The statement they gave was that the president who was in power did not develop the country, and so they were going to make a change and develop the country.
Did you have a chance to attend any of their rallies or public meetings?
Ako foi silo sotole pour kamabe ila rally wolto wala ila nyin jama benglu mennu ikake.
Hani itelbe AFPRC wati mennamu nte sondo motati la ko mutari.
At the time they were still the AFPRC, I was not yet in line with their motives.
Yes, can you tell us if you attended any of the AFPRC's either public rallies or public meetings?
Ako woto isa fono nyebang fodung nene ma betale AFPRC la rally wolto wala ila jama bengolto.
Ha ngela meeting la moy Banjul ngela meeting la moy Buva zone.
Yes, I witnessed their meetings in Banjul and at the Buva zone.
So do you know who the leaders of the AFPRC were at that time?
Foya ne bang AFPRC la nyaton ko lu jumañol leti wotembo.
Ay nyimo nanolu fomolu yankuba ture yaya idi wodi Sadibu Haidara Sana Sabali.
These 4 to 5 people, Yaya, Yankuba Ture, Sana Sabali, Sadibu Haidara.
And when you say Yaya, you're referring to Yaya Jammeh, correct?
Ako niko Yaya, wolem Yaya Jammeh ti bang fo.
Yaya Jammeh ha wolem bay tel ko wolem re nyaton ko to mo.
Yaya Jammeh, yes, he's the one because that time they said he was their leader.
Were you involved in when they came in? Let me rephrase that. When they came in, they said that they wanted to develop the country. Were you involved in any of their activities at that time?
Ako wotumo wairi ko etel natale pour ka banko doku fodum ibe kolu menu ke kan wotumo foete dabula tay law ku ke talu kono la wotumo bang
ntema mfuta oto ila ye patiolo ntuma mankaki APRCT wotumo ntel fanan nata na ntenata na tara UDP kono wotumo le because nte AFPRC wato ila kumakani nyini sonno mabari bring APRC lota UDP lota ntenata UDP kaje ko ngakumakama memmo woto nchondo monata wala mutaitel tati.
Not at the time when they were at AFPRC, but when they became APRC. But when the UDP was formed, I moved to the UDP because I aligned myself with their thinking then.
Sorry, just to clarify, you told us that you interacted with them when they were AFPRC. Did you interact with them when they became APRC?
akoy foko bring ibe AFPRC wato la tumomeng ining ila kolu selta nyokam bari dum bring inata APRC londi fodum hanimbi inibe nyobulu le bang
ni man tara nyobulu UDP la nataro UDP wol fanale melandi kaji ko sojar maral ko mo bukalla no ala do aku bukalla bang nata sonde mo nata sonde mo faling soto ko ndetarno le tel kono baytel mo sojarol but UDP o civilian no le man sakunda soto tuma don sin sawo soto no.
I was not with them when they were APRC because at that time the UDP was formed and they made it known that military rules never last, and so I made a change of heart and I joined the UDP then.
Thank you for that clarification. Can I ask that when you're giving your answers, that you break up your answers so that the interpreters can translate as you go along?
Ako bitung abe idani la nyina ni be jabiro kala ikana kumolu jamfandi baba bake pour kana sorla lu kana fili isaje isila kumo kana sorno atilinta nyami.
Okay.
So that way they don't leave out anything you say.
Satara femfen kana tukoma itela kumakangulu to abesefo.
Okay.
So you told us that you joined the UDP. Can you tell us how you became a member of the UDP?
Akoy nyum fonye silanko inata yelema idunta UDP. Afonyeng inata dun UDP nyadile.
Ndunta UDP dalilo men kan folo kita kuru sitoleti.
I joined the UDP by buying some cola and taking it to the leaders of the then UDP party.
Sorry, did you take cola nuts to the then UDP party leaders, or did they bring cola nuts to you?
Ako, fodung itele kuruo samba UDP nyatonko liabang fodung wole kuruo nati iteye.
Usenda bafale batanan tamola anata fonna workshop to talinding bedamen na do kullato na broda ya filje jata.
Usenu Dabo himself returned from a trip he made and came to my workshop where I was with my brother.
Can you tell us what happened when he came to your brother's workshop?
Ako bitung afonyem biring anata alla do kudulato atalieto je muneketa.
Jita moto konani na koto ma nyo konton because ate bama ni ntela koto ma filje bama ko le dindia kenyora ay nyine itandala ko mbeta madulale nun nata bari ngatara ye ntombondiro ken komale ko purka nke pati nyaton kota dun nata le wuluta na wulula na wuluta so mbo kurole ya indi kambe bolete ambita birika mbita banjun mbo kurole ya indi kan ka albunya bije.
Osinu Dabo, when he came from this trip, came to the workshop and he met with my brother because my brother and Usenu's mother were childhood friends. And Usenu said to my brother that I was made party leader in my absence, but now that I have returned, I am now moving around and giving these colonels, and that's why I am here today.
So, Mr. Toure, if I can just remind you to break up your answers so that the interpretation can follow easily.
Ako Mr. Toure abe hakilo bulandila kana diamo jamfandi bake wonya isikare kumosutu yandi pour kana sor lalu isikana soro keno yemem fo satara isafu anyama.
Bismillah.
Thank you very much.
Ako inumbara.
So following Mr. Usainu Dabo's visit, you chose to join the UDP, is that right?
Ako bitum bring Usainu Dabo nata kumpa borola wo kola lom inata kafu UDP patioma fo aketawle nyama bang.
Ha, nseta suwa konna buruda insinda kuruwa intandi butum bebula takuwa nyino.
Yes, we returned home and my brother brought out the colors and showed them to us, and so we all accepted and joined the same thing.
Do you recall what year this was?
Ako foi hakilo sibula bang sanjuma alemu woti.
UDP lo wato lom bawo ni mo bakuru sambale komisa ka bunya bije mina kuduna nkukato njikta ko adamu tadulamu wotu molati.
That was when the UDP was established, because if someone brings color note for a purpose, I am thinking that it would be at the beginning of the establishment of the UDP party.
Thank you very much for that. I understand that you're not very good with dates, so I will assist you.
ako inumbara akaya lonko bitum lungulu kai hakilo bulandi lungul law tumodo lo sikole bulu barate fanam bete mako ilale wala karola.
We already received testimony from Mr. Kemesen Jame that this was in 1996.
Ako sede yaro sotong Mr. Kemesen Jame bulu ko nyinketa 1996 sangole kono.
Yes. So if so fast forward, you joined the UDP in 1996. Did you attend any of their rallies or campaigns?
Ako bitun sitaria katanya to domanding breed aldunta UDP patio kono ila jama bengulu menu kake wala rally olu foyne ma beta wulu tole bang
Useni wulta wato birimbanjun fokoyna abukantu ko.
Each time Usenu moves from Banjul to Koina, he doesn't leave me behind.
Within the UDP in 1996, did you have a specific role or were you just an ordinary member?
Ako biridunta UDP wo 1996 san kono kabo tembo fodum ye do kule dila patio kono wala ye dulale foye itela lotan kango nyanta kala menti patio kono bang fodu keta pati din kensa ngole tiwonya.
Ntemo pati din lati kono jedoro.
I was an ordinary member of the party.
So you told us that you joined the party leader, Mr. Usainu Dabo, on various tours. Can you explain to us the political climate at the time when you were involved in those campaigns?
Ako yenyum foko Usainu Dabo buketu koma la tama wota ma ina kata nyole. Fo isi femfono nye utumo politiko kampenyo abe tama kanyami mbanko kamfo isi femfono nye jebang.
Yes, I can
tell you something about that, what transpires in my presence, as well as the things that I have heard.
So I would like to focus on the events prior to the Denton Bridge incident. Can you tell us about your party's experience with the security forces at the time?
Ako foisi femfono nyele bang patio nying ye kuomen je ining kanto nin tankabunda la molte molem security olti wotembo ila jero to benyadi ile
otumombuka tanko bunda kantaro soton kala fala nyame.
That time we did not get the security as we would wish to have.
What do you mean by that?
Ako wokoto mumuneti
ndella korosilo to dal comme ça itele mel moment secondaire wotumo imantar la filim pour ngana tanko soto daro.
By my observation, I think that the government that was in place at the time did not want us to have the security that we wanted.
Can you give us examples of what you're referring to?
Ako foisi santiango dino nale ila kumo koto e memfrin kafo ulumalla fi atelier tanka.
Santiango bembulu wo hapunta farafenye.
There are examples. I can give you one in Farafenye.
Please continue, Mr. Toure.
Ako isi tenten ya fonyeng Mr. Toure.
Ndebe moto ba men kono membe sira a tanto ka faile jara.
The vehicle that I was in,
there was somebody sitting on top of the vehicle's front, and his name was Jara.
So, mbela police station tembo fetuma men bero kabo kordal kono ikambu Jara ye police o komanda be sirin stono ka kay ko ali kafunti ni ibe bero tala be mbunam be tambi kambulu mamman si mamma so ninji tanga kelo kal ko yudi pin ko le kelo akay na hajuti.
What he said was that when they arrived in Farafenye, their vehicle was just going through the town, but stones started raining on them from the compounds around the road. That Jara called a policeman and told him, now call your colleagues so that they can do something. Because these people are stoning us, and if we retaliate, you people will say that UDP started the trouble, and you have seen what has happened.
So from what I understand, while you were in Farafenye, people from that community were throwing stones at the UDP, and you requested police assistance.
Akwa memfahamu to wolem nyinti ko biriya al futata Farafenye be robo itana mbola suolu kono ibali bunkang yenyim fo Jara yenyim fo police en ko isifere ke ya alimako yi wolem nyenti ko al sulata pour police oli ali mako ngamire la kumokoto molti
bar police ma adaki.
Yes, but the police did not intervene.
What, if anything, happened as a result of that?
Ko be ko la fo kudo na ta kele bang wo bundiro dalilo kan
ko kelobe kelela ko kadun sila ntelbe moto ko ne kambung.
Yes.
Ko bundiro fo en namo ye namo kun so ntelenga o de ma moto nyin ko ka fano ta kala ala dibing.
There was a fight because we were in the vehicle and they were throwing stones and odds, and so in fact one of our members was injured. We have to check a wrapper and secure his head with it.
And this occurred in Farafenye. Can you give us other examples?
ko keta Farafenye le fo anyondo keta le dinkira dol to bay simenu fo nonye
anyondo keta dinkira do fanantole men keta jara karanta bati.
There was another one in a place called Jara Karantaba.
Please continue, Mr. Toure.
akoye continue Mr. Toure.
O jara karantaba ntel lotam be moto mbe fero tala jara soma usen la moto nga hayna bantam bilta karantaba ni soma man jamfa ko muneketa lota ate fanga jita moto kon.
When we arrived at Jara Karantaba, we saw that Useinu's vehicle was standing on the road, but we didn't know the reason, so we also stopped and tried to find out what was going on.
Did you find out?
Nkae komuneketa ko nga moto menye tambila tem baba jobula moto lo ma do abita kala sato to adu mali ya mari kelola because kediten tebul mu tembul fantembul.
He said to us, the vehicle that I saw pass is Babajo's vehicle and he's going to his place. But I am not asking you to fight because I am not armed with knives or with guns.
Sorry, who said that to you?
Akojumale yo foye. Akojumale yo kumakamulu foyte.
Usen leo fo ntele pour aben yamar la ko men tambita nata da kele ko le da nyato ntele kanan nganya ka sikelola kana moto nyen kana mo man kay bar nimbe moto kono yembum batata fanal ben jola.
That was Usainu Dabo. He said to us, the person that just passed is probably going to set up a strategy to fight us, but I am advising you not to fight. But we told him that we are not looking for trouble, but if we are picked on, we will have to retaliate.
Before you continue telling us about that incident, who was Mr. Baba Job?
Ako jani afonye men keta karantaba. Ako jumale mu Baba Job fontinu.
Jara karanta ban kolom dana la moto fing tambitante lambe esanso gaswelo takan na gelgel kilino adum ta karanta bakon.
He was a resident of Jara Karantaba. He passed us while we were filling our vehicles and he was heading towards Jara Karantaba.
Do you know which party he was a member of?
Ako foyalo ne atebe party jumale kono.
Abe APRC kolle normally.
He was following the members of the APRC.
So can you tell us what happened?
Ako woto silang afonye mune na take okola.
Ate dunding sata ko nga moje lorin terang mtenya o jele terang kung babulu bero babulu ninna motol betambila kebu dun suruta mitan sirin kumbot wala na malla tela ba tele dunta je nga wotara nyato yembum.
Okay, when we entered the village of Karantaba, I personally saw somebody standing on the road with an axe, and he was also holding some stones. And the moment we arrived, stones started coming against us. They started stoning us. So you see, this is what we were suspecting. This is why we told Usainu that when they attack us, we will retaliate.
On this particular occasion, this second occasion, did you receive police assistance?
Ako wolem sinya fulanja wote fo wolum fanam police olu natali de male bang.
Polisoli antara kuntauru suare lemu ila nyaton kote ate la roba kilian aninto ku killing yantara kuntauru.
The police found us in Kuntawur and they were led by Suare.
With one Land Rover and one truck.
Can you tell us what happened?
Ako bitu isa fonye mune na takebiri ya altara kuntauru.
Inata Usain be korda men kono Captain Suare ko faay dun kay itedun na tanko inata men nay mafa ko man sakundale akina mpuru yenaye bulan noma fonsi tanko sotno.
The house that Hussein was resident in, Suare insisted that he was going to enter the house. So we told him that you will not go into the house until you tell us exactly what your mission here is for.
Can you tell us what happened next?
Akoy sa fanya mune natake wakola.
Sa imbiri la silo dante Hussein jabi nyine la ko birin tebe wulila pour katana tamola man sakunda ngali sapele terol al simma ko security to ngata banko ta mangana baral yen jabi ne la ko security talibu.
So when they made known their mission to Usenu told them that when I was embarking on my trip, I wrote to the government to ask for security, but he replied back to me that there was no security available for me.
Did anything else happen following that conversation?
Kobru diamulu botala fo kuna ta kelebang.
Asai Hussein nata ntelbe kumandi na moto bali human right in democracy ay itandina ko.
So Usenu now came and called us in a big vehicle and
because of human rights and democracy, we all came out and listened.
Please continue,
Akoy continue obe kola mune natake.
Puru kankala mutandiko sai ite lebina bulala noma nisi banko ta mafonsi tanko soto nyame telephone sitanka.
To inform us that henceforth they are going to follow us so that we will have security and they too will have security.
So you've told us a little bit about your party, the UDP's experience in 1996 with the security forces.
Akobidu ya fanyen alla patio ye mengia ye mentaki 1996 ining security olutema wole mkanton in tankada mulu.
And we're still focused on the events prior to the Denton Bridge incident.
And will be mukuleti menu keta janning 1996 wokobe kela saro saloto to moment.
As far as you know, were any of your members arrested during the campaign trail?
Ako foi hakilo sibulako. Campaign be ke kan to moment. Fo alla molu soton tale ye mendu mutabang.
Hakilo bo fananka ye waju arasu nyambulu jaraso.
My mind is also on that. They stole Wajuara from us
at Jarasoma.
Can you explain to us what you observed that day?
Afanyeng wolungo etela crossiro keta muneti nung wolung.
Ibuka sombula la noma kantan kandi bari kabula noma kanna moli killing muta kata ke mantora nimma kala muta wadime.
They never agreed to follow us and provide us with protection, but all the while they'll be picking on our members one after the other, taking them away and torturing them.
How many of such incidents did you witness?
Ako wonyongo fasongolu ye sinya jelle je menketa.
Hani biring wala wakitantel tambiring somala la fangalon ko ye wa muta somala dun nabe sila kilin ngo kilin kala muta wotole.
It was after we passed Soma that we realized that Wajuara was being arrested, and that was the one incident that I can recall.
So you said that Mr. Wajuara was, in your words, stolen from you during the campaign.
Ako yenyum foila kuma kaunto ko ye Wajuara sunyali bulle alla campaigno kono fole fa viola oketa wole nyababa.
Haya mutale makala muta.
Yes, he was arrested and we were not aware.
You were not aware of his arrest, or you were not aware of the reason for his arrest?
Ako alimambo ala mutole kalama bang fodum alimambo ala muto dalilo le kalama.
Mambo ala muto kalama bao ni be mol mutalantel kono wato do suto le katara bulari no man itel sulata memma ni mol be lamfuri ndamene sapa ka ya bulani moto kono inaita.
We were not aware that he was arrested because normally when they are after us, they will arrest our people in the night and they will always pick at our weak points to effect their arrest.
Okay, so this occurred during the campaign trail, but you didn't witness it directly, but you heard about it.
Ako nyinketa campaigno wuche ole kono bitung ima sede ade bari wokola long inata amoy faketa wonyale.
Hadi ha okola le ngamoy ko.
Yes, it was after that I heard that he was being arrested.
What, if anything, occurred at Lamin?
ako fo nin ku keta afo kule keta lamen sate oto bang
Kombo Lameng.
is it kombo lamen
Yes.
ako ha
Maybe mol muruto nang
Maybe it was when we were returning.
fa ko la nyinin ka bang.
ako is it that's is it what we are asking for when they were returning?
Yes, let's actually start talking about the return, and that will lead us to the Denton Bridge incident.
Ako ha between Allah sayo kunya kacha damuta main ben sambal hanfo ngata futa saro salo konyima.
So tell us what happened while the UDP was returning from its campaign in the provinces.
Ako afonyen aliye kolu menu je aliye menu taki bring UDP be say kanang kabonang campaign la bolonkono.
Yo, say nga problem fulo men fo men keta karanta bani Farafenni wo mun tato leti.
Now the first two incidents I told you about in Farafenni and in Soma, that was when we were Karantaba, that was when we were going.
So tell us what happened when you were coming back.
Ako silambral be say kanang men kata silo kan wol fonyamba.
Say mbaka nata fonga salo cross dame ye mol bendun delegation na wulta kombo janka Usain bendun je wolumbe say kanan.
So when we crossed the bridge, a delegation came from Kombo here to meet us.
When you crossed the bridge, where?
Salo membe fokalaji kono mol ka cross salo la dame.
The bridge which is in Skalaje.
That's in Fonyi.
Can you tell us what happened when the delegation came to meet your group?
Ako afonyeng bring wo delegation wala wo molu nata kali bentun saloto je muneketa.
Yin kibaro di Usain ko serakunda kono be durim bake ba dum bi dimaso ite be dunna kombo.
They gave this information to Usenu that things are tense in Serekunda and today is Sunday. You're entering into the combos.
So Yaya dum fanan ka tabita meeting kila Lamin.
Yaya also said that he was going to hold a meeting in Lamin.
Which
Kontel silla pirang waram birikama.
They said that we should spend the night in Pirang or in Brikama.
But Usenu
said to them, on my program schedule, I am supposed to be in Banjul today, Sunday. To say that I will spend the night on the road so that Yaya could come and hold this meeting in Lamin, that would be cowardice.
Do you recall who was part of this delegation that came to see Mr. Usainu Dabo?
Ako foy hakilo si bulale bang menu nata nyink modan dan nan kana fo Usainu Dabo e fo menu menu nata foy hakilo si bula molla ikonole bang.
Hani because nyaaje telefon le email ate email to sirin ko ma janna nyaaton kollo moti ko wolle ni moto nata ndel ngejere na be kaccala nata lon ko ya bendu min dalilo barwol mari nyol hakilo batawol mari nyol.
He's saying that, yes, when we were going, the party decided to leave some members of the party behind who were also holding high ranks in the party. But when they came, they didn't come to all of us. They just met Usainu and discussed with him, and that's the time when they told him this news.
So it was members of your party who came and saw Mr. Usainu Dabo and informed him that Mr. Yaya Jammeh was holding a rally in Lamin, is that correct?
Ako munta alla patio fangola molu wallenata Usainu Dabo bentung ka fayam ko Yaya Jammeh be meeting le kala Lamin walanna nyum foko pour atel sila silokan folem bang
ha telefon la molle ke bawo ku fulalen lefta commencer la Yaya ko talam fulay silo muta abita bengala UDP ko fana finta talam fulale pour kata Usain bendu.
Yes, it was our leaders, and when they came, it was two issues, because they said that Yaya Jammeh said he was going to hold a meeting by 2 o'clock, and we were to leave also at 2 o'clock.
You said it was two things. What was the second thing?
Ako iko kufulalem, munem kufulanja unyinti.
ya la foko talamfula wato silo mutadu talamfula wato UDP ko nyanta fintila kalo silo kanka Usain bendum puraina.
Yaya said that by 2 p.m. they should secure the roads, but at that same time, 2 p.m., UDP supporters were to come out on the roadside to welcome us as we are coming back.
So Mr. Usain Dabo told you about what happened, your group. Can you tell us what exactly he told you?
Ako bitung Usain Dabo nata kumonyi sindi atelma utumole fo bitung isa fono nyebang ay munni munefali
ay kumosi ni yaron telephone molle ben telephone ni Usain tema ngamelike kon na kebal.
You know, there are people between us and Usainu, people that we also take to be our leaders.
So you received this information from those people?
Ako foye bitung Allah molu men ben alning Usainu tema Allah kebal wale kumo sindi atelma bang.
Wale kunata ntel kambe moto kono ko ye la kumo le fo bara Usain kambe futala la ntel be continue.
Yes, they are the ones that came to us and found out at the vehicle, and they spoke to us about spending the night, but they informed us that Usainu insisted on proceeding.
So what happened next?
Ako kola munenata ke.
Nata fombe dunkan kom dunta komba brika mawati motumo sokuta lisilang motumo minaka silang.
When we came until we arrived at Kombo Brikama, it was getting late, it was dark.
Please continue.
Ako isi continue ulbe kola menketa.
So butunte la moto konneta wala kadun sira kundala kafinti Westfield ngabanjun wali. Foye mutadantimbiri.
Well, that's how we continued the journey. We came through Brikama and to Serekunda. Then we decided to take the main road to Banjul until we arrived at the Denton Bridge.
So you told us that this occurred, it was dark when this occurred, is that correct?
Ako yenyim foko utumo dibodun tale brinyim bekela fole tufoto nyala mutuba.
Comme ça dialon handing lampo malabani so kuta favor tumo dibodun ta wala nan ko tumo so kuta la tumo don silan dun tasu to lokon.
Yes, it was dark, even when, whereas the lights were on, but it was dark. That's why I'm saying that when we arrived, it was dark.
So I want to ask you a few questions about the group that proceeded to Denton Bridge.
Akala ftenyin kala kumadandan la kafo molu menu tata saro salo to Denton Bridge.
Do you recall how many vehicles from your group, the UDP, went to Denton Bridge?
Ako fo hakilo sibulala le moto jelle bota UDP la karola menu tata saro salo to je Denton Bridge.
Anga moto men shoote moto la roba men bentel nyato jalol lebe wor moto kono melbo kono koto ma fang bol moto kono ke bute janko.
The Land Rover that was with us was having the greyhounds. One of my brothers too was also in that Land Rover.
Called Kebute Janko.
Apart from the Land Rover that had Kebute and the griots, was there any other vehicle that went to Banjul?
Ako wo moto kola wo Land Rover men jalolu ba kono Kebute Janko nyolbe men kono fo kola fo moto dolu bewol normale bang menu bala mol alla molu kono menu tata kata fo bita Banjul.
Ntella moto be woli no bari woli entel sabale ngantel nga dimba malolo hayna je bari afa ngatarle wol mutay bera tantan jani kanila feto farul.
Our vehicle was behind them, but as we approached, we saw a bonfire. Behold, their drums were already seized and they were being lit.
Before we address that, I just want to focus on the vehicles. You told us earlier that you went in trucks. Is that correct?
Yes, we were in that truck. We were arrested in that truck.
Do you remember how many trucks went to Denton Bridge?
No, it was only one, our own truck, and we were the ones that were arrested.
What was the name of your truck?
Allah moto ba mengal ba kono mum moto fason nga todum moto nyi
ndelaw moto lom democracy.
That truck is democracy.
Earlier you also mentioned human rights. Is that correct?
Ako komando no ye hadama ya nyantolu fo ako fo fana muto nyalti ba.
ayalo moto fulo nge tola wonyado human right and democracy.
You know, these two trucks, we named them that way, human rights and democracy.
So on that occasion, was it only democracy that went towards to Denton Bridge, or did human rights also go to Denton Bridge?
Ako tembo democracy moto nyinda manne tata je bang fodu human rights moto nyim fanang ibele tata saro salo.
Anin telebe men ko lom bawo moto do nyim foytel foye sobindile bang kana futa bang foditel tambirin ko ralam yentel lanya bang bari ngantel la moto dom mando na je buluje.
At that time, it was only our vehicle. I don't know about the other one, whether they were informed about what was happening after we went ahead of them, or they had passed before these guys waylaid us on the highway.
So if we just focus on the people who were in democracy, which is the truck that you were in.
Ako sila nse kuma fo mo la ko to men yalon ko wolle be moto ba nyin kono ka fo me democracy.
Can you give us an idea of the makeup of your group? Was it men, women, children?
Ako bitum atel membe o moto nyin kono. Fo menu bije se fem fono nyela ko to musol nin kewol le manin dindingulu bam fo kel damman bije fo jumaño le ba moto nyin kono.
De law moto kewol damman ba kono ye muskilim bulandi talinding ye moto daile ya bulandi talinding bar kewol don ne la moto.
In that our truck, it was only men. We picked up one woman in Talinding, but apart from that, all other passengers were men.
So all men and one woman. Were there any children or young people in your truck?
Ako amunta kelu damman be moto kono fo musu kilingu fo dindingulu fanal be moto kono le bang.
Dindim mantara moto nyin kono.
There was no child in the vehicle.
Are you able to give us an estimate of how many people were in that truck?
Ako foi se a yiri kano le momen nanga mo be o moto ba nyin kono telbe moto nyin men kono.
Nta yiri ko fonula because moto nyin kono moto ko lo ma awara batala dum mo siatale.
I cannot give you an estimate because the vehicle was a truck and it was a big one.
So it was a lot of people.
Ako bitum mo siatale.
Yes.
Can you tell us if members of your group were carrying any type of equipment?
Ako foi sa fono nye alla molu fo fen dol le bebulu men sike jorangolu tiba men sike fen fenti menu bebulo kono tumo.
Moto ba nyin kono nte ba ko ni mo le samatol ko la je nte mam fenjelari moto nyin kono.
In the truck, apart from people's bags and their shoes, I did not see anything else there.
Were any of the people in the truck armed with any types of weapons?
Ako wo molu men be o moto ba kono fo mo sitare kono wala molu sitare kono men yalanko jorangolu sitare bulu ini membe taka nyola.
Wo ben terenale bawo ni wo moto le Gambia be ay fonnata foje ma joranje mobulu mamurje mobulu moto kono.
That would surprise me because that was the truck that we traversed the whole length and breadth of the country, and I did not see any weapons with anybody.
Can you tell us about how the members of that truck were dressed? What were they wearing?
Ako foi sa fonyeng wo moto ba kono nkolo mum feto fota façon le bela ye mum fem façon le dung.
Ni civil fian ni tendron na feto fatol tendron dole UDP sti satol sotole kadung.
They were dressed in civilian clothes, and some of them had the UDP colors, T-shirts with them.
When you say UDP colors, what color are you referring to?
Ako ni ko UDP kuloro mun kuloro fosonem.
Nete mun ko nyin.
The yellow.
Okay, so it was at night and your truck was moving towards Banjul. Can you tell us what happened?
Ako silang woto sutolem alla moto ba nyimbita kam Banjul afonyem bitu mune natake.
Yanjindi moto kono ni UDP sato bela ite fane kawurang yeta ya fay dimba kono ibe lapila foye yena iko ila.
They brought us down from the vehicle, and if you had a UDP T-shirt, you will remove it yourself, throw it onto the bonfire, and they will be beating you up until they will ask you to lie on the ground.
Who took you out of the truck?
The
soldiers that we found at the front of us.
And when you say if you had a UDP T-shirt, you would take it off, what led you to take off the UDP t-shirts?
Ako niko UDP t-shirt obe melna mune ka kendi hanfo ike sidondi ko urang ka urang nyadile.
Woke kam fale bari butun momo den ko bele na tala ba uran ne bela le ka bari UDP ta ko niyo ure ka fele ta fay dimba ko.
That makes them angry if they see you wearing a UDP t-shirt or collar. They will tell you to take it off and go and throw it in the fire. You will do that, and if you not, they will beat you up.
Can you tell us exactly where your group was stopped?
Ako afonyeng alaka fo molu yali londi min tole fong.
Imalondi yelandi bani ikaila bankoro to ke saba.
We did not stand. We were lying on the ground.
You said that your vehicle was stopped. Was it stopped before you reached Denton Bridge, or was it after Denton Bridge?
Akoyko ya lamoto londi. Ya londi damen janali be sella saro salo kanom bang fo altering kola brale salo te wo kola lo ya londi.
Jannin ka sele saro salo kan moto londi.
Before we crossed the bridge, that was where they stopped the vehicle.
You told us that the soldiers were beating members of your group.
Can you
tell us what they were using?
Nkajele nimbelari ke bori kata ka sele iro santo ka irbulo kati ikana ka lo mol kunte kamolla.
I saw it while I was lying. I saw them rush climb on top of a tree and cut branches out of that tree and then come back and start beating up the people.
So they forced members of your group to remove your UDP t-shirts, and you told us that they made you lie down. Can you describe for us how you were lying down?
Ako alla ka follow me ye muta ka foye la dondi kolubo wokola ikanali landi duma. Afonyeng yali landi duma nyadile.
Momo ke lale ye saba ye biti ye saba ye loy kai bela pila.
Each one of us, you lie on the ground and then they will stretch you and then they will be beating you up.
They'll tell you to lie on your stomach and they will stand on your back and beat you up.
While members of your group were lying on your stomach, you said they were stamping on you. Were they wearing any shoes?
Ako ekali bitindile ye loali kang ibali lipala fo menu be oke kangalla samatole bela dundi mbaika ini samatole kalu ali kamba
hanni ma fo e biti be bitla ba ni samato men kalo ite sonna ilo ikono ka wala ni ko e like biti.
Even if they do not tell you to lie on your stomach, you would lie on your stomach because knowing the shoes that they had, you will not want them to step on your stomach, so you will naturally lie on your stomach.
So they were stamping on, the soldiers were stamping on you with their shoes, and they were using tree branches to beat you.
Ako amunta sojarolu ike iniwo samatole kallo alikan kali damfu wukola ikana wo yiribulo lutai bali lipala fo akata wala nyama ba.
Did they please continue.
Mo fulalam comme ça nal be larim bini jam photo ko to mo doylo jan ni ko stade doron buton ate fanan be selle ka wonya be lapila do fanan selle ka be lapila fo e be ye ji ko ke lo al kunto ba be pudo pulan kanko.
There were two individuals, so once we were lying on our stomachs in a line, once they said start, each of them will climb on us and they will start beating us up until at the end of the line, and then after that they will stand and start conceiving another plan.
Apart from the tree branches that they used, did they use anything else to beat members of your group?
Na manke wo yiribulo luti ya menu kuntu ikali lipala fo ye fendo tale ya lipala ba menni wo yiribulo luteklenti.
Ke yende fan lipa kidola kido ke lipa kidola.
They hit me with a gun.
He himself has been beaten, struck with a gun butt.
Can you tell us exactly where you were beaten?
Ako afonyeng ye lipa kidikungula mintole.
At my shoulder.
So you were butt struck on your shoulder. Did you sustain any injuries?
Ako ye lipa kidikungula edaba kunkungoto. Fodung ye baramasoto akono lebang.
Biring ay lipa oto kay no buka doku okay no kote ke fo wati me ngajara.
After they hit me with that gun butt on my shoulder, from that day, I was unable to hold anything with that hand. I used to hold things with only my right hand until when it gave me a lot of problem, then I went to heal it. I went to the healers to help me to heal it. That's the time when it became better.
Apart from the 2 soldiers who were beating members of your group, was any other soldier involved in beating you?
Ako wo mo fulolu kola wo soldier fulolu menukalo jang ikali lipa ikabeng fo wolu kola fo modo fana nataka fule male bang menye liparo keje.
Sojaro menda mang bijasiata motal wuldu comme ça mo fula ka do ko nyin kenyola do bari bele be lori be mol muruli ko janni yankuba nata ay intara wala ko.
The soldiers that were there, they were up to 50, but it was just that it was those 2 individuals who were doing the beating, climbing on us and beating us up. But that was the situation until Yankuba found us there.
Do you recall for how long they were beating you before Yankuba arrived?
Ako fo hakilo samutale aliyo wati jelle keje ibali lipalal belaring fo janni Yankuba be futalalima.
Law butero den trayir karota aske monto wati fulati fo wati sabay be mol lapilatendo lapiri nyaaw nyaado de ba ke kandro.
By my own estimates, it could be up to 3 hours, and they were giving us all kinds of beatings.
You said the beating continued for about 3 hours until Yankuba arrived. Which Yankuba are you referring to?
Iko yali lipa hanfo abitafo montoro wati sabanyong hanfo Yankuba futata. Ako Yankuba jumale moti.
Yankuba Ture.
Yankuba Ture.
How did you know that the person who arrived was Yankuba Ture?
Yalo nyadile memfutata je wonya ko Yankuba Ture lo mnyinti.
Yankuba Ture atemante lombari ntengato lombao nyadal tale telemele bankuta kete lom nyaton ko tate bedaw de kai tandil.
Ako he's saying that he knows Yankuba Ture facially because since he became part of the government, I used to see him everywhere where we meet. Maybe he doesn't know me, but I know him and I can recognize him anywhere.
And you told us earlier that you were a supporter of the AFPRC at the time, and you attended some of their public meetings.
Ako yenyum fanya nunko bring AFPRC lota kutake ibe konole nung foi sa fono nyeng ila bengulu nine mabeta ila bengulu tulbang.
Ayalo ngo fole ko ila beng do kitanya la banyu ni Yankuba Ture wulta kadiam nke be shute o beng le kono sera kundaja mfana disemti.
You know, I told you earlier on that at one of their rallies in Banjul, Yankuba Ture addressed the crowd. I saw him there, and another one also in Serekunda.
Do you know what Yankuba Ture's role was within the AFPRC?
Ako tumo AFPRC be kerin tumo menna yalo ne Yankuba Ture mu muneti no akamuneta mandi no ikono.
Inter keju be nyir kondo inter nyimmo dan tol mele kudeta ka bawo mankara ni safu ko nyim palas ka nyabe da ban inter keju be telom nyaton koldi.
Well, we just see them as these few individuals who are in charge of the government, but since we are not literate, we cannot tell what each one of them was doing. We just saw them as leaders.
So while soldiers were beating members of your group, Mr. Yankuba Ture arrived. Can you tell us what happened when he arrived?
Ako tumo sojarul balla molu lipakango tumo saloto je hanfo Yankuba Ture nata afutata je afonyamba mune keta ukola.
Atajita moto kona ko sojarul melientel muta ko mera do ko.
He alighted from the vehicle and said that the soldiers that arrested us did not know their work.
Please continue.
Ako etenteng.
Ako katung wole internga wato menke wol bulu atanyanta tarla atanyata jubero la wat manyanta tarla lentel be far.
He said that the reason why he told the soldier that you don't know your job, he said he thought that before arriving there, he thought that he would find all these people dead. That's what he said when he arrived there.
Did you hear him say this?
Ako foi fango tulo ya mwele Yankobe nyimfala tumo menna ba.
Ngam ayabe fo maninka kanla.
Yes, he said it in Mandinka, in the Mandinka language.
Mr. Toure, do you need a few moments?
Ko Mr. Toure foi be la fila wati ndina bang pour ye niji foi be la fila le wati di la bang. Mike.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you very much, Mr. Toure.
Akoy numbara Mr. Toure.
Please take your time, and if you need a break at any moment, just let us know.
Akoy sila watota ning iwati stonta ilafte da hala do mandin drong isa fonye nsalo.
Man jawa don kuma sa.
So when Mr. Yankuba...
Okay, continue now.
We may proceed.
So when Mr. Yankuba Toure arrived at Denton Bridge, he told the soldiers that they did not know their work because he expected that the members of your group would have been dead by the time he arrived. Is that correct?
Ko amunta bri Yankuba Toure futataje ay nyimfo sojaro lienko ulumela do ko long katu jannate futaje ate nyanta tarlal nung atelu be fata fo ayola fubang.
Ayo fo inatambula ni moto kono koka moli samba kampudo membe State House balaji.
Yes, that is what he said, and then they took us into a vehicle and they took us to a camp just by the State House.
Before we continue with the camp, still focusing on the events at Denton Bridge.
Ako jandingo kampo la kumofu hanimbi saro saloto kulmen kataje msioto la bang.
After what Mr. Yankuba Toure said to the soldiers, and you heard him, did he say or do anything else?
Ako biri Yankuba Toure yo kumakango fo sojaro li foka pare saloto je fo ate fangana ata kukele bang wala ay kumado fanan lao kumolukan.
Ate anata order di dat mama ko mol samba jana ayala moto to lorna ata lo salo kan moto drive for moto mara no relante ta ko taba kon.
What he did was he left his car there and went and stood in the middle of the bridge. Whoever comes, he will tell you go back. He will tell them to return until when his people were ready with us at the bridge there.
What do you mean by that? Who did he tell to return?
Ako ila okumokoto muneta akajumanyo le murundi akafujumanyo le alimuru.
Akomoto kana sele salo kai bula bakon.
He's saying that the vehicles should not climb the bridge, but the vehicles should go into the sea.
Can you tell us exactly how he said that or what he did to indicate that?
Ako afonyeng ayo kumakangul fonyadi le wala ay faye taman sereli itandi ka foko womuto lu nyanta bulala bakon.
Birinyin madam kunyin ba nyim foko yanta mol fala wol man fen kana ta fo mole bulari mel man wulino pour ka sele moto la so jarol ka wol bulole mutaten ka fen keten ke fay moto ba kono ke bulale moto kon.
Well, after he said his words that we should have been killed, those who were sitting down after they were seriously beaten, some of them were unable to get up. What they did was to come, some will hold the legs, the others will hold the hands. They'll just take you up and throw you into the vehicle like a bag.
Who would take you up and throw, who would take members of your group up and throw them into the truck like bags? Who did that?
Ako jumanyo le ka umanya ke kamodolu bulo mutaka dole singo mutaka mari fai mutoko no koboto.
sojarol le kaw mañal ke bar sojarol ente fankun bulani moto ko na ndema sojarol tata jele ka moldema sojarol ente bulani moto ko bulu kilin buka moto motano ay ndema e bulani.
That was the soldiers doing that, but myself, I was assisted by a soldier to enter into a vehicle because one of my hands was not functional. So a soldier assisted me to alight the vehicle.
You told us after members of your group climbed on the truck and were ready to leave that Yankuba Toure said something at that point. Can you please repeat what he said?
Akoy nyum fo komando ko birin yo manya luke Yankuba Toure nata kumale fo wo kumo ya fo nunjang ko fo si se akanno bang purunsa akuma ko yosoto
abe lorin salo ka ngani kala mota fana be siri moto tonko to da mende sojaro mellota ko da fo ko kana jen kaide moto rilante akandro ni nalon ko te jenkela be jenkele le tambite la hajo na man jenke ya wo fa e banin drof.
There was a soldier in our truck who said that, who told the driver who was driving us that don't mess around with him, just pretend to run against him. He will either give you the way or he will do something else, but I'm sure if he sees your truck coming, he will give you the way. Don't just rush on him. And the soldier in fact insulted in the Mandinka language.
So to make sure that it's clear, you're saying that there was a soldier in your truck who told the driver to just drive past Mr. Yankuba Toure, who was obstructing the vehicle from leaving Denton Bridge. Is that correct?
Ako amunta kumo koto munyezi ko Yankuba Toure be lorin salo kan daming wo sojaro a nyina fo drive fo nyen ko kana jenkai ini moto e takan abe jenkelale nyin kama al sisilo soto wala fo abe balandine num pro ali kana te salo kan
Yankuba ko moto te sele la salo kan bar sojarol men fa yem mutay bete ngani akilin ni ya kewonya denum bebe faala denum bar Yankuba ko moto kana sele salo kay bula bakon bar drive fo man hani pour ka moto rante ka wali.
Yankuba gave the command that no vehicle was to pass over the bridge. All the vehicles should go into the sea. But the soldiers there were not all on one side. There were some that were not in line with him.
So after saying that, after Mr. Yankuba Toure said that he expected the soldiers to have killed members of your group, he in fact wanted the vehicle to go into the sea. Is that correct?
Ako biri Yankuba nyum fala o sojaro le mkwemela do kolo nyanta telube fala nu. Ako fo o kola le atatalo salo kan ka foko motolu nyanta bulala bako no le kato amampare moto eteje fo aketa wole nyama ba.
Ayo wuri ni bekele kawol neni ka o kuma kundan be fo ma danku ako ye moli sama banyuna talo ateta lo silo kan ko rek.
Yes, he was running around making all those statements and
he was shouting at us, shouting even at the soldiers, saying that they should not give us chance and they should have been very harsh with us. But well, he said nobody should cross the bridge and go to Banjul.
So the vehicle that you were in eventually crossed the bridge?
Ako silandum fatel be moto men kono wonata salo tele bang kataba nyunu mafawla.
Ye samba ko ke fo state house dala sojar campo je pol clinic mafana sojarol be dame samba foji yella bandi wala.
He took us to a camp near the state house by the polyclinic. That was where we ended.
Before that, can you just describe to us what Mr. Yankuba Toure was wearing that night?
Ako janung ambe futala kampoto kuoma afonye Yankuba Toure mun fem façon nu lebe dundinga la feto fatolu mun lebe dundinga la wolungo suto
wolun suto ay fatara waramba ndinga dum ani ay kurto dum amanke kurtu jangata amam futa tambita kumbalinga dal ani fatara warambo anata moto men no be koyrina barara werom daklet.
When Yankuba was coming, he came with a white vehicle with tinted glasses, but he himself, he was wearing a short three-quarter trousers and woven cloth. That's the type of shirt he was wearing, which they locally make in the country here.
Apart from Mr. Yankuba Toure, did you recognize any of the either soldiers or officials at Denton Bridge that night?
Ako Yankuba Toure kola fo ale moje jele aketa sojarti aketa momondinti men seke mo kotanguti mennu sina dentin bridge wala saro saloto je wo suto ka kutamandi je
yanko watule den tenga ata damma ne suute bayi tel nyaton kol kay ngeje dawdan ke suute bari tenga ata suute kon jete.
It was Yankuba Ture that I recognized because they are the leaders and they were easy to recognize. So he was the only one that I can recall seeing that night.
You also told us earlier that even though it was dark, you could see because of the light. Is that correct?
Yenyum fonyanko di bodunta nyawnyande wairi lampulu be maraling hanimbi naale yem femfenje alikasute fo abewo nyale bang.
Abewo nyale bari soja do ko tan mel ben kono je bang ite sute no baye nene meje diamule ya fo nyina mukariti inene ne mam ben lato me fenke hanni me lom fana ite sute no ni nata be al famata nyoje fo sanji danda.
Yes, but the soldiers that were with us there, we could not recognize them since we did not know them.
You told us that you were taken to Banjul. Can you describe to us the place where you were taken?
Yenyum foko yali samba Banjul. Yali samba dame ya wairi ya kampole fo afonye woto be nyaadile.
Emang ela kambe mbali yale atinantele ma njanjanta jere mantuno wolbul. Itel fangal le man d'accord no.
Their disunity, the disunity amongst them was the reason why we did not end up with them and we were scattered.
Can you describe the place where you were taken to in Banjul?
Ako afonyeng yali samba o kampo mendo Banjul je o dinkirai je fonyeng bang.
Where was it?
Ako be mintole.
Alon seta usila bundal do be marché o mafana do be temma fana do polyclinic ni mina ka bida kan seta sojar kampunding fela balaje janni ka fra seta so man dula ni tole lon nak bar sojar kampo sojarol katara je foni sa ya bonni je bar sojarol bije polyclinic mafana silo men dunta kata seta usila bundal ni sojar kampo bije le mai tel kaje kumandi toju malla bar sojarol le bije.
There is a place close to polyclinic where the State House has its back door towards the hospital. I don't know the name of the camp, but there is a place, it's not a big camp, but there is a place where soldiers used to gather, and they used that place frequently. That's the place they took us that night.
When they took you there, you said that soldiers were arguing amongst themselves. Can you tell us about that?
Ako biri ali sambaje iko sojarulu fongol la kambe mbalia wole nata ali janjandi afanyang wo ko keta nyaadile.
What were they arguing about?
Ibe mun ila mun kambe mbalia fason ne betema.
Yemen taraji ngamira mem wolla kebat bawo ngatele moy diamula ko nyim mo jama be tel nyim kedu la sotno la munata ma mori sama maltu wol fanan ko yankuba ko ngena ti janni.
The one who was speaking, I presume he was their leader, said to them that all these people, there is no place that we can keep them here. Why don't you take them to Mile 2? But then they told him that Yankuba instructed that they be brought here.
So what happened in the end?
Sila okana na take fankum ne kande je to sojaro le inte de ma de fondun tamoto nyin ko to mabota intena ta fero ke wala ka finde wala kata kaltin hotel ma fa na kata sirfu di bala bunjanga ya so ndunta wala tubakoro ba ngado ko ke banjul inte kana ta wolton ngatol tuibu na ta ben kolo le leptano to somo mel man fa ndammo.
Well, at that instant, it was each to your own. So, in fact, I was even assisted by one of the soldiers to hide under a truck. And then after that, I was able to smuggle myself into across the road to the Carlton Hotel. And then I found myself to Tawako Road to Serif Diba's place, where I eventually left the city and went to the Kololi hospital in the morning, where we met those of us that were able to survive the night.
So in fact, you were able to flee and leave the rest of the members of your group at the barracks, is that correct?
Ako ete silo soto puruka kullo to kanawanya fo ye ila modolu to koma jele bo kampo to je bang faketa wala nyama bang.
Biribe bulobo mol baran ko ela wali oni sai mel sojarol mel mol sama wole fere ke fanne muruta yen tu nyindol tu mel bulol fan ko te ke la sotno la sila munta yo fo ngomo e butu momo ko batu nga fere ke fanne butu mo janyanta banyuni sa to kon wonya.
When we arrived there, the soldiers who brought us there dropped us there, but the man in charge of the place said they cannot manage the amount of people who came into the camp. They were unable to deal with them because they are too much. So this was some sort of an argument between the soldiers who brought us there and the guy we found in the camp. So the soldiers who brought us there decided to leave, and the man in the camp said they cannot take care of us because we were too much. So at that point, it was each man for himself. So that's the time when people started dispersing.
So I want to focus on the injuries that members of your group sustained as a result of the beating and the torturing at Denton Bridge.
Ako sila nga lafta diamula mantoro la men latali kan saro salo to je biri yali liparo lu kola alla molu e mum barama fasonu le soto je anim mantora kote lu men kitela je lafta nyatili na wole la saying.
Prior to being able to flee from the military barracks, once you got to Banjul near the State House, can you describe to us some of the injuries that you recall on various members of your group?
Ako foy hakilo sibula nyina alla molu kono woli paro ye baramo keta molu mennu la alla molu kono janning ibal bijannal be futala kampo nyindo fo isa fo no nye alla molu nanga molu menu baramata mum barama fasonu le be bala fo ise fen fo no nyawoto bal
momo de fo fa bar mote moto kono mem mambarama bawo mbebenta kolo Dr. Cisse leptano to seni be samba wol momo tare jabe barmar la futala ji.
Well, except dead bodies, but everyone that was in that vehicle sustained injuries, because when we met at Dr.
Cisse's clinic at Kololi, it was Usenu himself who took us there.
I want to just focus on what you could observe at the time in terms of the injuries.
Ako alafta nyatilin alla baramol la menu keta alla molla o tembo mum baram ala o baramol lafta anyatili na wolle la follow.
Did you see the woman who was part of your group after what happened at Denton Bridge?
Ako biring wo ko keta saro saloto wo kola foina ta o muso jele wo muso kilingo men alia abulata la moto kono.
Wo muso fatale.
That woman died.
How do you know that how do you know that she died?
Ako yalo nyaadi le ko muso fatale.
Nte borta dame ma fana silfu di bala bunjang sa ngata tara ke nan le bulje pour ka be minna wol kabidon jolon nan santo ngata wol bulje la abe jiko to pour ke min.
I found her near Sirif Diba's story building. 4 men were holding her because the beating she received was so severe that she was asking for water. So somebody stood up at the story building on top and dropped a can of water, a gallon of water, which they gave her to drink. So that's the time I came, I saw her plainly, and then I passed her, but she was in a very bad condition.
Was this the same night when you fled from the military camp?
Ako fo suto kilingo lombang wato men alibotana wo kampo to brali janjanta je fo suto kilingo long yenyi muso fananje bang.
Alo mbiri adu ni moto kono muso nyinte o malo bawo ntella je musuta kon talindi bari moto kono la aka wuro men ke sojaro e muro bondi abalaten aya sabala nyin ala nyin farata ngo kenjele da dum ngatara be min kandame ala nyin bawo den kate dunda ala sinjo nyimbe faralin.
He said because of the beatings the woman was shouting, there was a soldier who took out a knife and decided to slash this woman, and the slicing came against her breast. So when I saw the woman with those 4 men holding her in Banjul, you can see that she was clearly wounded, and the wound was through her breast, which was very serious, and she was bleeding profusely.
You told us what happened to you, that you sustained a dislocated shoulder, and you've told us about this woman. Do you recall anyone else who was badly injured?
ako ye nyim fonyeng ite fango bring ye lipa kidi kungola ida ba kunkungo nyim fango fa se ke abotale bang fo muitale fa kubitale bang biri wo be kola inata nyim muso fananje wo nyama wo baramo babala fo kola inata kudo jele wala inata bumbo modo fanana mantoro kala male bang.
Actually, just before that,
ako bari jannuo
you mentioned that this woman later died. Is that correct?
ako nyim foko muso nata fa wo muso nata fale
ngaw kiba million te samba ngalla milliard ba ko muso nyim fana ya samba jere ngalo wolle la ko e ba me ya samba ya ko wo suto na ya samba leptano te ba te fana mutala la be batula le fo somanda tala luli ka fata ngaw kibaro mo wo ke wolle la ba on te na malla nyo kan ko dakili mari ko jannim 5 dura afate bulji.
Yes, she eventually died because after seeing her in that condition with those 4 men, the place she left at Tobacco Road, I slept in the same compound because she was brought to the same compound where I went to. So the old man, the owner of the compound, said he was afraid because if he takes that woman to the hospital, they will arrest him too. So this is why he said he will wait until in the morning. He will take the woman to the hospital. Whatever happens to them there, people will be aware. But around 5 a.m. in the early hours of the morning, the woman died.
You also mentioned an individual by the name of Kebute. Did anything happen to him?
Ako yenyum foko Kebute janko bije badi ngolongoti foku keta ufana na lebang.
Kebute wolu data manfade barakola amanna wati balu afat.
Well, instantly he did not die, but after some time he too died.
Do you know what kind of injuries he sustained as a result of the beatings and torture at Denton Bridge?
Ako foya lon ne bang alasaya sababu keta wo liparo leti aniyo mantoro men kala saro saloto fole nata ke alasaya sababu ti bang.
Ntenga ke wala tibaw nga bala ko ntar lar ni mo bala mfana ngaje ko liparo men kitala nga balo je nyame ngani mfintiri nga fa ngani ke ale te fane be fale.
Yeah, I believed he died of his injuries because I went to him, I saw him, he was naked lying down and his body was so badly bruised that I told him, if you don't get up and take care of yourself, you will die because look at your body, look at how serious you have been bruised and beaten. So get up and do something or else why you will die. And just after that, he died. So this is why I believe that he died of those injuries.
Do you recall how long after the incident that Mr. Kebute passed away?
Ako foi hakilo samutale tilijellem wala fay lokun sino wala kasiyawoti ko kola ala sayanin saro salo liparolu kola ay tilijelle balu wala wati jelle balu.
On teori membano la bao na mantara sirin sate kila an sekonni fana kuranya balona ta mama ngo ya tara basela afata so sanganyim botan kono ba nana ba din nin ka ba mbem kulin wol ba kala mutala bari wato mem karo mem sanga abotan kono bara balo mama ta basela afata je.
I cannot recall since we are not residing in the same place, but I know that his body started disturbing him while he was in Basse, and that was where he eventually died.
Apart from the lady that you told us about who passed away and Mr. Kebute, do you recall if anyone else died from that Denton Bridge incident?
Ako ye muso mem fonye wairi o bantale wo kola Kebute fanana ta bang fo hakilo si modo mutafanang me ya lonko ila soboto wala ila miraloto anata fa wo kolu kola bring wo ko botala.
Ayalo nyimu kafun kafole to wati kilale kafunyoma lokun kale ta dulatale na so nali janjala ni mantoro natali kan ini mel dal tanyola baake kawole la ko kesendi so ibuka be kesendi no.
You know, this is once in a while grouping. Once you group, you do things. So when things like this happen, it is only those that you are close to that you get to know about.
So apart from what you've told us, Do you know of any other individual who sustained injuries, people that you know very well?
Akonyi modan tangukola ite milnu long alikono foye modo londe me ya lonko afana mbaramata ko kono
mo ntele mo sababu ebe area kiline dobe nyani dobe kunting ntebe yona.
Yes, he said there were other 3 people who I knew. There was one living in Kunting, one in Dobo, and there was one person also in Yona.
Can you tell us about the conditions of those individuals after the Denton Bridge incident?
Ako foisa fono nye womolu ulfanalla o baramadalu wala ila bata dalu keta munleti biring ining womoli liparo ke saro saloto.
The same thing about moment so to member kuntin stafa silla ani mbunja danjo dobo mbe benta lepitano to ngabara makilin la jembe balado.
He said we met at the same hospital, Bunja and the other guy, we all met at the same hospital, all 3 of us, and they sustained injuries from the Denton Bridge beatings.
Thank you very much for that information, Mr. Toure. I just wanted to make sure that this is correct. Do you know if Mr. Kebute had any other name, or that's the only name you know him by?
Ako fo isalong Mr. Kebute janko foto do balale ka kili menna bang menning anyin todol te kilinde fo isi olombang.
Ani Kebute janko den tenga to kilin ra ba Kebute fulalom. Kebute do be taboko to ate fanan Kebute janko bari be katantan ko solek.
Kebute is the only name that I know him by. There were 2 Kebutes, and both of them were drummers.
What about the lady who was injured and subsequently passed away? Did you come to find out her name?
Ako muso men yala kumo fo membara mafana atafa fo ya tolo ne bang.
Ntema o muso fangalo mume ba tente la moto ko na campagne mun ko murutolan sera kunda sutole ya dunni moto ko.
I do not know that woman. She was not a part of our campaign. I told you that it was upon our return that we picked her up in Serekunda.
Thank you very much for answering my questions. Mr. Chairman, I have a few more questions, but I note the time, so I hand over to you, and then we can continue after the break. Thank you.
Council, would you want to ask those 2 questions before we take a 30-minute break? If that is okay, fine. If not, we can take the break and then come back. You can do it, but...
yes, I can ask a few more questions. It's really in relation to the impact, and then that's the end of the testimony.
Please proceed.
Thank you.
Yeah, council nyine fonung fo as wairi na dahawa to sita fo as danjam folo katu kumadanta babula be nyine kala menna bari fodung wairi dahawa to sita fo nse lo jambang ay chairman o nyine ka wala chairman o kayen ko ajibe ni nyine kar be bulu sitenten ya nyine ka wala bitung council ko ha nyine kar dantan ne babula lafta mennu kala ni obotala bitung ko be banna wala itila sede ya roto so chairman nata fay woto tenten ngawulu bondije.
Mr. Toure, after the incident at Denton Bridge, you told us that you went to the doctor. Can you tell us the name of the doctor that you saw?
Ako yenyum foko bring albota saro saloto alniwo mantorolu inata lopitano to foisi afonye no le bang ye doctor o mentaraje foisi ya tolo ne bang.
Doctor o nyintele malonde lawyer Dr. Cisse leptano to bring communication dita wusien la kafo ko komisa ni mer kafuta nyoma yen samba leptano yen ta moto la kodda dala jele kan samba kololi yo doctor o mere borol di mo la ka wiste de meto londe te leke nyin ke to do kafo ye penku woro le safente wolu ye fulale din ndara nano bambanju leptano.
Well, what happened was that when we arrived at Useinu's compound, his vehicle took us from there and took us to Dr. Sisse's clinic at Kololi. The doctors who checked us there, I don't know their names, they were just walking there. But for me alone, I can remember that 6 injections were prescribed for me. I took 2 injections that day, and the other 4 injections, I later took them at the Banjul hospital.
You told us that following that incident and after the injections, you still couldn't lift anything because of your dislocated shoulder. Is that correct?
Akoy nyum foko biringu kulbe botala ila nyum mara buluba mara daba kunkumu men ye lipa kilo la je aye batandi ibuka
fight against one another.
In your king.
They bite one another.
In your far.
And kill one another. I don't think human beings will want such a situation. Gambia does not like that. This TRRC was established. It was established based on law. It is through the law that stipulates how this work is to be carried out. All the witnesses that will come to this place, those that are victims, as well as those that are perpetrators, all of them come here and they are listened to, and nobody insults them, nobody beats them up. So what I will tell you, and just to reiterate the council's statement, no matter how hard the pain has been, let us all try to follow the law and revert our country so that we wouldn't have done so.
Bari bi la soja jorang men jawati la jorang beti bi hanni ya lan dinya flasi tiring ya dumbul nda dum be sawna la mba fala ku bete nyaato bawo sina fola kila la tuma men memba te nyaato butun na fana dunto kon butun hanni ma fa bar butun nda fana sin na nyanto soto be sawna la ngasai.
Even if you bring the worst military weapon here now and give it to me, even if I see Yankuba, I will just look at him and pass, because what I will think at that moment is that you have something very, very, very serious in front of you on the side of God. So I will not intervene. I will just leave the scene quietly without doing anything. What I said before was that during the time this happened, it took me 10 years to be able to forget what he did to me. Within those 10 years, that's the reason why I said that within those 10 years, if I see him, I'll kill him. But that time has passed now. Even if you give me the greatest military weapon today and I meet Yankuba, I will just dodge him and go away.
Sain dong aliem for punte siamaro men kentangan na dindia ketalinding Chojistown 27 years in Chojistown talinding.
The notion that I should also say something. I spent my childhood days at Talinding.
Ngamanding kolo nyame ngajola lo wonyale ngasurwa lo wonyale.
The way I knew the Mandinkas, that's how I knew Wolofs, that's how I knew Jolas.
Fonila sate bati jente mambana salo kedang bao ninjola lebe siri.
There is no big town in Fonyi where I did not pray Eid al-Adha, because I know them, and I have been living with them for quite a long time. Even in the provinces, if they talk about Jolas, I said, no, don't talk about the Jolas. It is Yaya who is doing things. If you want to continue saying the same thing, I will tell you, there are Mandinkas who committed the same crimes. What I am telling them is that it is not the Jolas, it is Yaya Jammeh who was doing what he was doing.
So niaja hani bolong kono mumu bante wala kampanyo kuklia di andinya de flor siata je ntadu munu more te baru bolong kono flor wol yentelo
My job. I happen to know the Jola tribe. They are very good people, and they are able to take they are able to treat strangers very well. When strangers arrive in their place, they'll take care of you. They will do many good things for you. So this is how I came to know them. I know them very well.
Wala siwo sintenga jabe Gambia momo si fankuluro ebete ya karandro ya train wala kuma ata si bodi.
Every tribe living in the Gambia, the best thing to do is try to train yourself, behave properly, try to live in peace with people wherever you go. But if you are able to train yourself and behave well with the people, well, you will live well with the people. That's all what I know.
Menketa Gambia banko kanjam foni menta otabari sio bele ba kona ninkuri ya ko ba ninkende afanam sio fanam be ba akarado fanam ko ninkende akaw mo Gambia ko fanam be kerin.
What happened in the Gambia? I will not single out one tribe to say that they are responsible or they are the only perpetrators. What I can say here, every tribe in this country took part in what happened in this country. So this is why I will not single out one tribe to say that they are the bad ones or they are the perpetrators of what happened in this country.
Msada woto don si duwa manta benoro ala sintanka don ala setan le sembo wata hada madingi fo ala sintanka setan biriso ma hada madingi mel man dum masiba kol konon fo ala simbe tanka don ala ka jong tanka katam.
At this point what I will say is that let's all pray to the Almighty Allah. It is the Almighty Allah who helps the human being. But apart from that, it is Satan who took some people to the length of doing what they did. But what I can say here is, let's pray to Allah. It is God who can help us. It is God who can do anything for us. So let's pray to Allah to take good care of us and to see that and pray that only peace will reign in this country. So let's have our faith in Allah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Toure. We thank you enormously for taking time. I believe you said you were coming from Yona to come all the way out here to come and testify before the commission.
Chairman ko inumbara bake Mr. Toure. Ye wato ta kabonang Yona fo Yona be damin kana sede yaro la jang o mukku kende baltimbe jaylambe numbara la ye wakilo menta pour kana sede yaro la jang kota ke mba fole ye inumbara ya kata abaraka.
Thank you very much, Emma, for that. Council, we take a 30-minute break and then come back at 12:30, or what's the arrangement with the next witness?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. We would, if you could give us 15 additional minutes, we will prepare the videos that we'd like to show in the next session. So if we could come back at 12:45, that would be very helpful as we prepare the next witness.
I'm very generous with time, Council. So 12:45, we come back. We take a break for the moment and then do that. Meeting is adjourned. Come back 12:45. Thank you all.